Hi guys, this is Ranjit and finally I got the Moto G51 5G smartphone here. It's with us and we'll unbox it and have a look. And this one might be the most affordable 5G smartphone in India as of now. That comes with 12 bands of 5G, and in fact this comes with a very new processor. I was also very curious. It's the Snapdragon 480 5G, but I was googling and saw some benchmarks. It clocks as close to the Snapdragon 720. So apart from the regular unboxing, we'll also run some benchmarks and have a look. So let's move to the desk now. So guys, here we have the device itself, the Moto G51 5G, and as I've told you, this comes with the new Snapdragon 480 5G, and in fact it's almost twice as powerful compared to the regular Snapdragon 480, pretty close to the Snapdragon 720. So we'll run the benchmarks, and as you can see, it's having 120 Hertz display, full HD plus. It's going to have a 6.8 inch screen and a triple camera setup, 50 megapixel. This camera setup is very similar to the Moto G31. So here it is. And regarding the pricing, guys, as far as I know, this will come only in one variant with 4 gigabytes of RAM as of now, and the pricing will be 14,999. So the pricing is very attractive for a 5G handset with 12 bands of 5G, guys. So let's just keep it. And again, the case was there, and we have it in this blue color. The back is plastic, guys, and let's just remove this. It says 5G over here. And it's a big handset at 6.8 inch screen, guys, and this one is also having a 5000 milliamp hour battery. So let's see what else will be the paperwork and SIM ejector tool, for example. Yeah, that and some paperwork. I'll just keep that to the side. That also, and again, here also we are getting a 20-watt fast charger, guys, and in the international market it's a 10-watt charger, so at least we are getting a 20-watt charger. And this will be your type A to type C cable. So that's what we get in the box. I'll just keep these things to the side, and let's look at the handset itself. We have a secondary noise cancellation microphone, and in fact, guys, this is supposed to have 4x4 MIMO and 3x carrier aggregation. Generally we have 2x carrier aggregation. This one will have the 3x carrier aggregation, and we have a Google Assistant key, volume rocker, and the power on off button. And if you look closely, guys, looks like the fingerprint scanner is embedded in this one. We'll test that. Bottom will be the speaker. Again, this will have a single speaker, guys, not stereo. Your type C port, main microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack, and your SIM tray is in here. So let's just pop this out. I believe this one will also have NFC. So this didn't come out. Should be a hybrid. Yes, guys, it's a hybrid, and also has a rubber gasket. In fact, if I recall, this is IP52 rated, so we have a rubber gas. I wish they give a proper, micro SD card slot, but this is what we are getting. So let me just boot this up, guys, and got the Motorola logo. I'll set this up and then we will continue. So guys, I have set up the device, and in fact it's the next day, so I have used this device a little bit also. I have taken a lot of camera samples also that I'll show you. And I have to say, first let's talk about this phone. And again, like any other Android Motorola phone, this is completely stock Android experience that you are getting. So left you have the Google Pay here, not a lot of bloatware or anything apart from specific apps. I've just installed Antutu and these benchmark softwares, but I was also very curious about this new Snapdragon 480 5G, because this is very different from the regular 480. And first let me actually show you the scores I ran. I have saved the score, so let's just go to Google Photos. So yeah, first let's start with the Geekbench, and here as you can see we got a single core score of 544 and multi-core 1681, and these are pretty decent scores for the price of this device, guys. And I use Geekbench because you can also download it on your smartphone to get an idea. I also ran Antutu. Antutu is not straightforward to install because it's not available on the Play Store, but I side-loaded it to give you an idea. And these are the scores that I got. 3,94,423. I ran it multiple times, as you can see, and second time also that I got very similar. So you could say around 3,09,000 that we are getting. And guys, this is with the default version, that is the 4 gigabytes of RAM. There is also a 6 gigabyte variant in the international market, but that's not available in India. That will get definitely slightly better scores. Okay, next thing that I wanted to talk about is the storage. This one has UMPC storage, and this is actually closer to speeds that you get with UFS 2.1. In fact, this is eUFS plus DRAM storage. It's on a single chip, that's why it's faster. and I ran the storage test benchmark, and I got a score of 21,861. And in fact, this also recognizes this one as UFS 2.x, because it's also confused what kind of storage. This is a new one, and it's good, guys. As you can see, the sequential read we got 530 MB, and the sequential write 253, and a random access we got about 112 between 139. So in terms of storage, it's good. And I noticed that that's why the phone is very, very snappy also, again thanks to the processor also. In terms of what you say, the raw speeds, again, as I've told you, this processor, the Snapdragon 480 5G, again, note the 5G, that 5G is special. This is closer in performance to the Snapdragon 720. In fact, I'm very confused with the naming conventions of what Qualcomm is doing with this one. Definitely, they shouldn't have called it a 480, because it's definitely way more powerful than the regular 480. They should have been called something like a new series of 550, 560 or something like that. But yeah, anyways, so in terms of processor, I'm happy with this. I pushed this processor a little bit, and again, it's handling everything. No jitters or anything that I have noticed, like I noticed sometimes on the Moto G31. If you see my review, you have no jitters or anything. And right now I'm running it at 120 hertz. I've kept it at auto by default, but this is at 120 hertz. If you go to display here, and if you go to bottom portion here, you will see that where did it go? Display refresh rate, I've set it to auto right now, but you can force it to 120. And again, very smooth in UI, no issues. So the processor is actually pretty good, guys. Just wanted to make it clear, this is not the regular 480. This is a different kind of thing. Again, Qualcomm needs to get their naming conventions right. It was also very confusing for me initially, but yeah, it's a good processor. And basically, I feel the battery life that we should get, again, it's very early because I've used it just for a day, should be good on this one. It's basically a Cryo 460 cores that it has. It's an octa-core processor, and it's with that 5000 milliampere battery, it should give good battery life. Coming to the fingerprint scanner, it's the side mounted one, and if you just press, it unlocks. And you don't even have to press it. If you just place your finger over here, it works. So again, I like this one. I like this more than the back one that we saw on the Moto G31. Do let me know what do you feel about that. But overall, it's a nice thing. The phone feels very snappy, I would say. And yes, this is not an AMOLED screen. They are going with the, what do you say, regular IPS LCD, but it's a 120 hertz screen. They didn't go with an AMOLED one because the cost would have gone really high. I think so. Motorola wanted to keep it on sub 15,000. But one thing to note is that, again, guys, here are all the specs of this smartphone you want to know. That 6.8 inch screen, 480, 5G processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, coming to that, okay, this variant, as of now, I know only one variant is launched in India that comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 GB of storage. There is also international variant that comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. But as of now, that is not launched in India. I hope Motorola launches that one. So that's the only thing, because I've installed some apps and stuff and all those things, and now we just have 36.91 GB is left. And this one also has that Think Shield also, so that security is there also on this one. So you have that double chop, all those moto gestures and stuff are actually there on this smartphone. Now coming to the camera, guys, the camera setup is almost identical to the Moto G31. We have that primary 50 megapixel, then we have a 8 megapixel that does a job of 2 ultra wide and depth, then we have a 2 megapixel that's macro. And the camera interface is again very similar. They didn't change that, guys. Let me quickly just give you an idea. But because this is a Snapdragon one, the ISP I felt is slightly better on this one. This is the regular, this is that ultra wide. Ultra wide, we have this funny animation. I don't know why. As you can see, they should have just gone it. They are trying to do this and it's causing that, and so the animation is not that great, I would say. But you have all the modes over here, as you can see. And if I go, okay, and reset the modes. No, I don't want to do that. Let's go back. Okay, and in photo, there's this, and this is the selfie. And I've taken a lot of sample shots, so let me actually show you the sample shots so that you get a better idea regarding the camera. So some outdoor samples, and outdoor it does a good job. This was that ultra wide angle. Again, give you an example. This is a regular shot and this is ultra wide. Ultra wide is pretty wide. One more example, regular shot, and this was the ultra wide. And outdoor it does a good job, as you can see with the samples. Now moving to human subject, this was a regular shot. This was in the portrait bokeh mode. Again, this was a regular shot and this was that ultra wide one. This is a tricky shot. Regular shot, it came good, but But in HDR, I feel improvements can be done with software update. It also has dual capture, so these are some of the samples of dual capture. Now some samples taken at night, just around the sunset, sun was setting, and I feel it did a decent job. Some human sample shots at night, as you can see, and you have to be careful at night because there can be camera shake like this, but if you're patient you can get some decent shots. Front facing camera, I particularly liked it. It did well in regular as well as in the portrait bokeh mode, and these were taken with the front facing camera at night. So guys, that is the Motorola G51 smartphone. So what do you guys think about this one? Do let me know in the comment section below. Certainly, I like what Motorola has done with this one at this price point. At the price point of 14,900, just shy of 15,000. I feel it's a very good smartphone. If you're looking to future-proof, and 5G is an important concern for you. This one has 12 bands of 5G, so you are sort of future-proofed also. And surprisingly, this new processor, the 480 5G, is performing very well. It's having that 120 hertz refresh rate. Yes, bummer, not an AMOLED screen, but certainly a very good phone, and certainly a pretty fast phone. In fact, I feel in terms of gaming also this should do pretty good because of the Adreno 619 GPU on this one, and battery life seems to be actually good initial impression. And I like the fact that this one actually is having, what do you say, NFC on this one, so that's also a nice thing. But anyways, what do you guys feel about this Moto G51 5G smartphone? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.